Alright, this is the second attempt at pouring the shell. I did it last night. It was really hot in here, really frustrating. This is 17 inches, I can't see it. 17 inches on the outside. Right now it's, what is it, 16 and a half-ish? I tried to do it like the King of Random guy, where he just pushed it in. This didn't do that. Well, it did at first. I put in extra wet. I shoved on it. Went everything but like the last 8 inches, which I didn't think was a very good idea. And it also only came up the halfway up the side. So I mixed a bunch extra. Like, it was a lovely mix job when I started. It was a horrible mix job now because I just dumped a bunch of stuff in a bucket because it was starting to harden up already. Scooped it all back out, put it all back in. There it is. I didn't get the damn tube in. I was just hot and tired and frustrated, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning. That's my burner tube. It should go in there. There was a hole cut there. There's no cardboard in the way. It's just the refractory. And up here is a little bit soft. You can still make marks in it. Down there, I hit the damn thing with a sledgehammer. It shook everything. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up. Looks like I have a new little crack here. Well, separation, that's not a problem. I don't even know if I was a mark when I hammered it. God damn it. Oh, I scratched it. Lights in my eyes, it's hard to see. But this will be let's see. It's a lot easier to remember when I was looking at. Cardboard. It's the big tubes. That's the 12-inch. That's the 8-inch. And then floor mat is there. I got extra of that. Where the hell did I throw it? I threw a lot of things last night. Not necessarily anywhere very coherent. Damn it, where did I throw it? Alright, it's the rubber floor mat shit that you can... Oh, here's some. It's the piece of it. Ah! Fucker. I shouldn't try to do this. It's that floor mat shit. It's like 3/8 of an inch thick. So, cardboard, floor mat, and this should be about a 1/2 inch all the way around. Actually looks pretty consistent. I'm pleased with that. Down at the bottom here, I just threw a tape down a few minutes ago, but down at the bottom, you can kind of see the cardboard through it. It's cardboard, and then there's I think it's 6mm painter drop cloth shit. Same shit I have all over the floor. So I'm doing this inside because it's Florida. Florida says fuck you. It's hot out. Always hot out. Or it's raining. So I don't know if that works, if all this is going to work at all. I'm afraid to break it or to undo it. I'm going to put some, I have LED lights in now. I'm going to put some incandescents in so it can warm up overnight. It's actually been sitting here for about 20 hours and it's that hard. So I'll put the lights in with bulbs in them, put the top over it, and let it cook all night, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll have to figure out, the whole fucking reason of filming this. The refractory in there. I put the exhaust pipe in there and hit it with a fucking hammer and it barely scratched it. Anyone have suggestions on what I should try to drill it out with? I was thinking a hole saw, but I have this gap here. At this point, I'm actually happy that this is still mostly round. But if I have to get a drill and I could chop up the side some more. It's already fucked up. I think I posted the general idea of how this is going to look. I'm going to have the 2 inches of blanket here all the way around. Oops. All the way around. All the way around it. So you can, so I'll try to keep the heat in. I'll do something better on the top here. I didn't even pour the lid yet. I have the form. I just ran out of, I thought I had it measured perfectly. It might be because of the foam might have squished up in the bottom, because it didn't fill up. I kind of just threw a bunch of the first attempt at refractory, the fresh refractory, and a little bit of the Quikrete concrete, but I had this fucking Quikrete's hilarious, and I have it on the other camera. I'm not gonna get it right now. This is from the Quikrete. When I screened it out, it's half cement and half gravel. I thought they put more sand in than that. I thought it was a good mix of sand with some gravel. I didn't realize this cheap shit was actually just rocks. I've never really looked at it before. I just threw it down and hosed it. So it's holding stuff up. It's heavy as fuck. Obviously strong if I can't beat the fuck out of it and get through it. I didn't swing it full force like I would have against something I want to destroy. I just wanted to cut. I don't want to ruin this attempt, because this attempt looks like it might work. Oh, I was measuring. I'm gonna have to fucking edit this. I'm not gonna make sense to anybody. Okay. There we are. It's 2 inches from inside to outside. Let's do it right here. Fucker. I'm having one of these days. Something sharp. It's still moist. That's why it's being like that. Actually, only really moist right on the top. That's hard. Hard-ish. So, you can see both rubber sides. Cardboard, rubber, rubber, wall. Got that? I shouldn't try to drop a phone and a tape measure at the same time. What the hell do I got? A ½ inch there? Kind of what I wanted. ½ inch thick wall. I don't really want to burn this stuff out. I was thinking about it. It's not a horrible idea for as far as the cardboard goes. I don't really want to lose my mat. Not like I won't use it for standing on, but I'll reuse it for shit like this. But that's gonna smoke like a fucker if I it's gonna smoke if I light it. It's gonna stink. I don't want to be around that. I make enough shit breaks and stinks and shit. Feels like concrete. How do you like that? The mix when I started this last night, before I just throw a whole bunch more shit in it. When I calculated it, it should have been 18.958268 cups, and that doesn't really have that kind of resolution on it. I put 10 cups of the old refractory that fucked up, 10 cups of new, and did I change it? Yeah, I changed it to the 3 cups. The 2 was what I was originally going to do. I don't have any clue of how much other stuff I threw in there last night. And I had it perfectly measured where I needed, for that much refractory, I needed cups, 4.070793. I just like big numbers. 4 cups of water. I ended up throwing in that and that. How much is this? 1.75 liters. And 1.65, so it's fucking... Oh wait, that's quarts. 1.5. What's this other one? My memory's doing better, I'm just hot and tired and ready to get out of here. Go into the nice cooled rooms. Okay, 1.75 and 1.5. So is that 2, 3 and a little? Too much. Since it was only supposed to be for liters, 1. A little moist. It won't be a big deal. At least it didn't bleed all over the place. I was worried about that. It's just duct tape holding it down, holding the outside part down. Put it all the way around, so it shouldn't have been able to squirt out very much, but it was wet when I put it in. But I think everything on the floor, or almost everything on the floor, was just slopped in there by me. Because I tried, at first I tried to dump it all in and push the inside tube down to displace it, and that didn't work, so I ended up scooping it all out, pushing this in, and putting my mix in, but that was after I mixed together more of it into it, give me the convoluted mix. So I was squishing it in the 1/2-inch gap all the way around, which is a lot harder than it looks. I think if I do it again like that, either I'm going to make sure that everything I'm putting in there is fine, I'm going to grind the fuck out of it until it's a really, really light powder, and have some big funnel to hose it in with, because that sucked. And it'd be nicer if it was an inch wide gap, but I didn't want it to heat sink that much. As I know it's nice to have the thermal mass, but we have to heat up the entire mass to make it work, or at least for the warm up. Until it gets hot, it's not going to be the right hot. Yeah, so I only wanted a thin wall so it wasn't as much, so the burner can work a little more efficiently, instead of doing something dumb like putting a tube in and filling all of that with refractory and waiting 6 hours for it to heat up. Or more. I'm not sure I'd do that if it was a commercial thing. That seems like a lot of juice. Okay, changing light bulbs. Check back on this tomorrow.